right, here we go. One night about 3 weeks ago, Mitch and I talked for hours and hours about life, women, and marriage. He now feels he's ready to begin married life with Jen.
Sit down.
But the path to this moment was long and rocky. I did my best, of course, to steer him in the right direction. We decided that the best course of action would be to trace Mitch's life from insecure little boy to full-grown, mature young man. Now, we didn't drink too much that night. As is well known, Mitch cannot handle his liquor too well. In fact, he once had a 2-day hangover from a piece of rum cake. I told Mitch to always watch how much he drinks, so now he drinks in front of a mirror. But Mitch was always a tough guy, right from a little kid on up. In fact, one time in school, the teacher asked Mitch to prove the law of gravity, so Mitch threw her out the window. But as he grew to manhood, he began to smarten up. Then girls entered his life. Now, because Mitch was the late bloomer, this did not happen for the longest time. In fact, Mitch was terrified the first time he had sex. He was all alone. He had what he called a bad sex life, and he'd get tired holding up that magazine. But then he finally met Jennifer, and life changed forever. They made a perfect couple and were amazingly a lot alike. In fact, one time Mitch locked his keys in his car, and he had to get a coat hanger so he could get Jen out of there. But you could sure tell that the two of them were deeply in love. They really cared for each other. One time Mitch was driving home on the Yellowhead when Jen called him from the car phone from home. She said, "Mitch, I want you to be careful driving home. I just heard on the news that some nut is driving the wrong way down the Yellowhead." Mitch said, "One nut? What are you kidding? There's dozens of idiots driving the wrong way down the road." But to me, this seemed like a decent and honorable relationship. Very honorable. In fact, Jen offered Mitch her honor. Mitch honored her offer, and after a night of being honor and offer, he thought, well, maybe we got something here. So now Mitch likes to brag. He says to me, "You know, Jason, my bed shakes like a California quake." Jennifer tells me, however, that like California, she's still waiting for the big one. In fact, Jen used to be afraid of the dark until she saw Mitch naked. Now she's afraid of the light. But it was official. They were deeply committed to each other and were starting to talk marriage. Now, this is where I came in. I told Mitch that there are 3 rings to marriage: the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and supper ring. You see, marriage is like a hockey team. The man is the team captain. Unfortunately, the woman's the team owner. Wife likes to donate to the homeless. Husband likes to donate to the topless. But you both are now married and hopefully ready to live happily ever after. I wish you both all the best. And when you name that next born child, remember the months July through November. Take the first letters of those months, J-A-S-O-N, July, August, September, October, November. My wedding gift to the two of you is in. Mitch, it's the brand new Viagra clapper so that you can clap up, clap down. That one will work a little better. And always finally remember that the secret to a successful marriage is honesty. And if you two can fake that, you got it made. God bless the two of you and have a great marriage. Folks, would you please stand? Now, you can't get this family together, at least our side, the St. John's, the Jollies and all that, without some mention of the word hockey. So I thought I'd do a top 10 list a la David Letterman comparing hockey and sex. So here it is. Top 10 reasons why hockey is better than sex. Why hockey is better than sex. Number 10. It's legal to play hockey professionally. Number 9. The puck is always hard. Number 8. The protective equipment is reusable and you don't have to wash it. Number 7. It lasts for a full hour, not just 2 minutes. Number 6. You know you're finished when the buzzer sounds. The number 5 reason why hockey is better than sex. Your parents cheer when you score. Number 4. A 2-on-1 or a 3-on-1 is not uncommon. Number 3. Periods last only 20 minutes. Number 2. You can count on it at least twice a week. And the number 1 reason why hockey is better than sex, you don't have to beg to play hockey. wants me to read this exactly as he wrote it. I extend a special thank you to my mom and dad, the 3 people who taught me how to count. Lame. Jennifer tells me that she loves to run her fingers through Mitch's hair, so I told her she better hurry. It's obvious Mitch has always had wavy hair, but now it's starting to wave goodbye. And Mitch has asked me to please tell Jennifer to stop putting crazy glue in his preparation H. Okay, one more story here. Happened about 3 weeks ago when Mitch, Jen, and I were running from the cops. Doesn't matter what we did, but we were running in this empty field. We saw this barn that we could hide in. So Mitch says, let's go in that barn. We'll hide there. The cops will never find us. So we go into the barn, and we look up into the loft, and there's these 3 full-length gunny sacks. So Mitch, in his infinite wisdom, says, let's all 3 climb into one of these sacks. The cops will never know. So we each run up into the loft, we climb into a sack, and the cops come in. And the sergeant says, officer, those 3 sacks look a little suspicious up there. Why don't you run up there and see what's in there? So the officer climbs into the loft, and he comes up to my sack, and he gives it a good kick. I, thinking quickly, I start going, and the cop says, just a dog in that sack, officer. No big deal, just a dog. I'll kick the next one. Comes up to Jennifer's sack, and gives it a good kick. Jennifer, following my lead, thinks quickly and goes, meow. So the cop says, just a cat in that sack, officer. No big deal. I'll kick the 3rd one. So he comes up to Mitch's sack, gives it a good kick, and Mitch thinks quick and goes, potatoes. So having said that, let's... Okay, one more story here. Mitch, as I said earlier, hates driving that yellowhead to work, so flukily he stumbled upon a genie one day who granted him one wish. And Mitch said, well, it's obvious I'm sick of that yellowhead road, so if I could, I'd like my own private highway, high above everyone else, you know. It's a nice road, straight to work, to and fro, no problems. And the genie says, look, for Pete's sake, you know how hard that's going to be? I mean, I got to get the concrete beams, the steel, the cement, and that's going to take breaking me something easier. So Mitch says, all right, why are women the way they are? And the genie says, you want 2 lanes or 4?
Very good.
Okay, big thanks. Thanks to everyone for listening to what I had to say tonight. Thanks again to the caterers, the DJs, now, Mitch and Jen. God bless you too on this your special day. Many more years to come. Enjoy your night, the rest of your lives together, and the rest of you out there, enjoy the dance the rest of the night as well. This is Jason Rechlo reminding you to help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. Good night, everybody.
That's pretty good stuff.